Something incredibly weird is going on with Expedition 33 being DQ'd from the Indie Game Awards. When I published my video, the people of the internet made me aware that Expedition 33's developers already back in June talked about the fact that they used AI in an interview, meaning my claim that they didn't address it publicly was wrong. They said that they used 12 placeholder assets from Unreal Engine 5 and tested it out back in 2022, but they weren't supposed to be used in the final product, and one of them went through QA cracks and ended up in the game, which is undeniable, but it was patched out later on. Somewhat after that, Sandfall submitted their game to the Indie Game Awards, in which it is claimed, according to the Indie Game Awards, that Sandfall claimed that they didn't use Gen AI to make the game, which had to be between August and October, I assume. Then only after the award show, the Indie Game Awards DQ'd Expedition 33 for lying about not using generative AI in the game, and this disqualification was justified by an interview of the producer with Expedition 33 in which he mentions that they used generative AI, which is weird because it was already public knowledge that they did this back in June. So why even let them participate in the Indie Awards if that already breaks the rules? And one thing that also confuses me is that there's multiple sources stating different things about why Expedition 33 was even disqualified. One source, for example, states that they got disqualified because they used generative AI. Another source says that they got disqualified because they lied about the fact that they used generative AI, meaning while the disqualification was valid because it did break the rules on a technicality, it feels more like they didn't actually care about the use of AI but want to get more attention to the awards by them banning Expedition 33. The timing being now in December instead of when the submission happened feels disingenuous to the message they're trying to send. If they actually cared, they would have DQ'd the game back in, October or August, whenever they submitted it, because it was already public knowledge that generative AI was used even though it was a small amount. And some people also claim that Sandfall didn't use AI because they used Unreal Engine assets that were AI generated, which doesn't make sense. They still used AI assets. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. And no, my video is not hating on Expedition 33. Y'all have to start using your brain and listen to what I say instead of just commenting shit for the sake of commenting. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know.